Now you guys know innocent Sadiki. So I recently saw an article that is actually speaking about her, the lady who's part of the Saint Twins. There's two of them. They look just about the same. If you saw one, you might not even actually notice that it's not a thingy. As the one here and there, I always mix them up. A strict reality show, the daily Christian commentary video. So she's recently been appointed senior pastor. So meaning she's now heading her own church. Now, I found it quite interesting, the things that she said in the article. And I wanted to go back to them. So to ask you individually, what do you believe about this particular subject? As I stated, other episodes down to the down in the pinned comments. So check them out when you are over there. I thought people were getting tired of the blue suit. So I had to get a jacket, like one, so that I look proper. So I represent you. I represent the gang over here. So I had to kind of put myself in order so that y'all are properly represented. I found it quite interesting, actually, when you speak of on this particular subject, when you are back on Instagram, achieving the highest level possible as a servant of Jesus Christ, calling us beautiful. Okay. So achieving the highest thing. So I thought that was quite an interesting one. Achieving the highest level. Achieving the highest level. I don't know. Aren't you called? It's not something you have to achieve. Okay. But I'm just thinking out loud. But the reason why I'm saying that is because in the article, there is this thing that's kind of brought up, and it kind of fascinated me when I saw it. So the article says that God took me by surprise. Sadiki becoming senior pastor of her church. All right, quite an interesting heading right there. Now let's go through with the article a little bit here. When you go down, they have her in this. Know something. So this article comes out on International Women's Day, right? And so the way it's phrased, it sounds like it has that at the back of the mind. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because it's very much important we understand when we say calling. When you say you have a calling, okay. Just give me a second. All right. He says, though women are often the pillar of the church, senior positions are still dominated by males. The Church of the Valley, where actress and preacher Innocent Sadiki will head her own branch from September. Right? And so that's how the article started off. The article points out this idea of the dominant idea of ministry. Okay. Remember, they launched this thing on women's. They say the actress and her husband, also the pastor, announced that Innocent would be one of the church's new branches after she was appointed senior pastor so I'm not understanding so far, but it's just by default because I'm a second party, right? The article says God took me by surprise. So why are you surprised when it's you and your husband who's appointing you? I don't understand that part. But maybe I'm just misunderstanding, or maybe they are under a bigger church thingy, and this is just part of kind of protocol. There is a bigger organization that actually does put who is going to be what. All right. So maybe that's the case. She says right here, this is the part that I'm actually looking for. This right here on the article. Yeah, yes, this is still part of the article. right? So it's not like I'm taking it outside. It's still part of the article. It says, this is a reality. And what is the reality? The reality is that statement above. The actress, well known from Skeem, she wasn't faced by being a senior pastor as a position usually held by male preachers. This is the reality. Okay? But it doesn't worry me at all. I know before he called me, he had qualified me. Okay. I am also an advocate for women empowerment, preaching. If you are going to become a preacher because of women empowerment, oh, it's a large. Becoming a pastor is not women empowerment. And this coming out on National Women's Day doesn't mean that now we must be there busy empowering women, just ordaining women. And somehow women empowerment is being enrobed into someone becoming pastor. Come on, guys. Come on. Right? So why did you mention this? Why did you mention this idea that males are mostly dominating this particular roles? I'm not worried about that, because he called me and he qualified me and I advocate for women empowerment. I don't understand the phrasing of this whole jazz. What's the point of what's being said here? She says, okay, the article goes on to say, so this hits home with me. Because of the hair being appointed, it hits home. She's been empowered. It's women empowerment. The pulpit is women empowerment. Empower women by giving them money, giving them jobs, whatnot. Putting a person as a preacher, it's empowerment. Come on, man. I know that part. That part just sounds weird. But anyways, this is an opportunity for me to show our God is able to use women mightily. Nobody doubts that women can be used. I don't understand. For me, I'm not understand. I'm not. And you think women empowerment is putting women as a preacher? No, go preach. Empower you with business, with knowledge, teaching, buy them books. Putting a person on the pulpit is empowerment? That's weird. Yeah, no, that's just weird. Yeah, we are Women's Month thingy and International Women's, but what? Am I the only one that's reading this and being like, wait a minute, what's going on? So this is an opportunity to show that God can use women. We don't doubt that God can use women. Now, personally, I come from that branch of the Baptists there. You know, Baptists don't ordain women. There aren't ordained women in the Baptist church. Now, if that's not an area which you are convicted, that's not a subject matter that I normally always talk about. I say this is a subject matter of conviction. My question is, why did you feel it was necessary to put it in your article when you are supposed to be talking about you coming to a position of being ordained? Why did she think it was, why was it so important for you to mention it? I'm not bothered. It's women empowerment. What? I thought it's a calling. Oh, it's no longer a calling. Let's empower women, just put women there. Is that what that was? It's just weird. Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Y'all tell me down in the comment section. I'll address it on the next video. If it's weird, for me, If you're starting a church, you don't believe in that, then why are you putting it like that? And so, context. But if you don't believe that, why phrase your calling towards that?